Hi and welcome to another video. I'm your host Mohammed Azam, and in this particular video I'm going to show you how you can do some animation with your sprites. So if you haven't watched the last video, I recommend that you do so, because in the last video I demonstrated how you can add the sprite to the view or to the iPhone screen, and also to change the background. And in this one we are going to actually move the sprite. So one of the functions or one of the methods that I have already added is CC touches begin, which is fired whenever you touch the screen of the iPhone. Okay, and what I'm doing in these three lines, all you have to know is that the location variable will contain the location of the point that you touch on the screen. Okay, one of the change that I made is I made the CC sprite as a kind of like a global variable kind of thing. Okay, you can always go into your header file and expose this as a property, but for this simple scenario and this simple screencast, I'm just going to stick with making it as a field, okay, inside the class implementation. So let's go and move the sprite to a particular position. What you can do is you can always say position equal to location. Okay, and if you run this, you are going to see that wherever you touch your mouse, it's going to pretty much display it over there. Okay, you can actually see the sprite is actually moving now. Unfortunately, this is not kind of the effect that we are looking for, because it's kind of like jumping from one point to another, really animating. So for animation, you can always use the actions. Okay, action actually means that you can provide a move action. Anything that is animating is kind of action. So you can be rotating, you can be moving, you can be disappearing or appearing, kind of like those. So those actions. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say run action, and over here I have to provide the action. Okay, and there are different actions that are created. So I'm just going to use move to action, and by the way, to open the IntelliSense I just press a button to open the IntelliSense. Okay, action with duration is 0.9 and position, in this case location, and that's all I have to do to run the animation or to animate the smiley face from the point to the point where I touch the screen. So let's actually go and run this, see how that changes from our last implementation. When I touch the screen, you can actually see that this it's taking 0.9 to move basically to the screen, start the animation or something, and it's actually doing one animation, okay, which is moving to a particular point on the screen wherever I touch the mouse button. Now you can perform multiple animations using, you can always after. Also, you should use action. It's called I think the CC spawn. We can actually demonstrate this using this behavior. So this is like a rotate by action, and what it does is it will fire in 9 seconds, and it will the angle is rotated by 60 degrees. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire that one and see how it will add a different action to the smiley, and you can now see that there are basically two actions firing. One is the move action and the other one is a rotation action, and both are firing at the same time, and the smiley is moving as well as rotating on the screen. Now there are times, and when you are game programming, there will be requirements, there will be times that you will have to know when the action is actually finished, and then when the action is finished you have to fire something else. Okay, so in that case what I do is you can have I will say D move action. So this is the same as a move action that we did right now. Move to, basically. I'm just declaring action in a variable, so I have a hold of it, and this is a action 1. Now this basically is a function. This will be called when the when the actions are over, then this will be called. So I'm just going to say animation. This is my function that will be fired. I don't really function right now, and we're going to develop it right now. So let's go here. I'm just going to say this is finished animation. Okay, ID, sender, and this, we're not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to say kind of like this, and you can say finished animation. Alright, now to fire this, what to do is we have to use smiley run actions. Instead of the action, we are going to use a CC sequence. Okay, and now we can have a different actions that fired. So right now I just only have one action. The second last parameter is action done, and the parameter is always nil. Okay, so let's run. Oops, I think let me, there we go, I guess. And let's also open console that we know, so that we know that what's going on when we click, when it's done. So you can actually see finish and fired whenever the action is completed, and it's not rotating because I'm only using one particular action, which is a move action, not the rotate. So this is quite useful because now you will know that, okay, mine is ended and I can do something else. So let's say you have to change the background, you have, explode the smiley face or anything that you want, you can do in the finish animation function. And of course you can name it anything that you want. So that's pretty much it. In this tutorial we learn how to animate the okay, and how to fire the finish animation function, which will be an integral part in your game because you will want it when your animation is ended. On the last note, if you want to read the article on download, I highly recommend that you go to HiOnLink and download all the articles, and while you are there you can also go ahead and purchase my game that is on store. This is a very simple game. It's called ABC Pop, and it will basically the same thing that we're trying to do. You will have a much better idea. We're going to kind of build this whole game in our application, our tutorials that I'm doing. So it's a much better idea to grasp it, to get this game. It's only 99 cents, and it has and everything. So if you do want to support me, I would highly recommend go ahead and buy this game. It's called ABC Pop. It's available in app stores. That's pretty much it. Thank you very much. I hope you like this video, and stay tuned for